Hey there Taco Squad, it's Underfire, and today I'm bringing you some really important Black Ops 2 information. This is an Aa12 Moab that I got on Dome. I wasn't really going for it, but I ended up getting it anyway. And thanks to the guy that tactical inserted like 20 times and got me like a bunch of kills. But yeah, that's just a little thing about the gameplay. So, Black Ops 2, I just finished watching the stream of the multiplayer that they were putting up today. And David Vonderhaar brought up some interesting points, and there were some other things that I just kind of noticed that I haven't really seen on other channels, so I'm just reporting it to you guys right now, so you guys are first. So if you guys really like this information, please spread it around. It'll really help us out, and it'll help get the information out there. So to all of you that have watched the stream, these are pretty subtle things that you may have noticed. First thing is, to call in kill streaks, you're either going to be using a tablet for the bigger kill streaks, or if you're just calling in a UAV or counter UAV or anything like that, it's a really quick tap on the wrist on your little wrist pad computer thing, and it's in, which I really love because it takes forever to call in a freaking kill streak in Modern Warfare 3. So this is really good. And then another thing to note about the support kill streaks. So if you're using a UAV or a counter UAV specifically, you get assist points every time one of your teammates gets a kill. So this will help you progress along your score streaks, which gives people an incentive to actually use the UAVs and counter UAVs and things. So this is a really cool thing that they've implemented into the game, and I really think it's an interesting way to get people to use the support kill streaks. Another thing is these wildcards. So we finally figured out what those 3 bars on the bottom are for. They're wildcards or greed cards or whatever the fuck you want to call them. And pretty much what it is if you want to have a second perk in the same tier, you have to use one of your wild cards. And to use a wild card, all you have to do is give up another piece of your 10 selectable things. So if you give up your tactical grenade, you can get a wild card and then get another perk. But that's the thing. You have to spend one of your 10 slots on a wild card. So it actually takes, technically, 2 slots to use a second perk in the same tier. So that's a kind of a good way to balance it out. You can't just automatically have a whole bunch of perks and a bunch of grenades and things like that. So wildcards are really interesting, and I think they add a really good balancing effect to the creative class. Now the knifing, I know that they said that they've removed panic knifing, and from what I've watched, it's kind of ambiguous. So it looks like I've seen a couple of gameplays where if a person gets knifed in the front, it doesn't seem like it kills him. He just kind of like grunts and it doesn't kill him. And I'm not sure if that's kind of like a way to get rid of panic knifing. I don't know if it's if he's shooting and you get knifed that it doesn't kill him right away, you have to knife him again or something, or if you have to pull out a combat knife, and if you one hit with a combat knife, then you can actually kill him in one shot. Now, a combat knife, we've seen it in the trailer, and I think that's maybe how it's going to work. If you pull out the combat knife beforehand, you'll get a one-shot kill, but if you are knifing someone and they're shooting at you, you're not going to be able to kill them in one hit. At least I hope that's how it's going to work, but again, that's not probably how it's going to work, because I've seen footage where people have dropped down on someone's face and just knifed him in the face, and he died instantly. So it seems like maybe the knifing needs to be a little bit tweaked, or that it's still undergoing some kind of progression in how they want it to work. But panic knifing doesn't seem entirely gone from the game. It still seems like it's sort of there. Now, again, another thing that I've noticed is that kill streaks are sometimes controllable now. So if you call in a sentry gun, you can have it be automatic. You just set it down and it'll do its thing. Or while you're using it, or sorry, while it's out, you can hold the X button like you would at a remote sentry, and you can take control of it. So while you're not controlling it, it'll be automatic, and you have the option to control it and murk people yourself. So it's really up to you, and this adds a whole new dynamic to how the game can be played out. Now, I think that the Dragonfire, the little quad rotor thing, is probably not going to be automatic. You're probably going to have to control it yourself, but I'm not entirely sure. That would be interesting if you could control it yourself, or sorry, leave it automatic and be able to go around and do your thing. But I guess we'll find out as the time comes. But things like the remote sentry, or sorry, the sentry can be activated remotely and you can use it yourself. So that's really interesting. And another thing that I found out at the end of the stream, they streamed a game of domination. Now, the game of domination finished, and it was a multi-team, or no, it wasn't a multi-team, sorry, it was a competitive domination game. And what they said is that for the competitive modes, they can introduce a round-based domination. So what would happen is you'd play on one map, and you'd start on one side, and you would play out the entire round to the end. And then what would happen at the end of that round is you would switch sides, and you would go at it again. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say search and destroy, but it's kind of like demolition or something like that, but with domination. So it's really interesting, and I think it's going to add a whole new dynamic to the game, and it's really cool. So that's pretty much all the information I wanted to bring you for now. As the information comes to me and I figure stuff out, I'll definitely bring it out to you guys. I might do a video on perks and stuff and kill streaks and whatever else, but those have been out there. So if you guys want me to do that, please leave a comment down below and let me know. If you enjoyed the gameplay, please like, and if you enjoyed the information, please like. Please share with your friends. I think this is some information that's not really out there yet. So if you would like to let people know, send them to my video. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, like if you can, it would be great, and comment down below and let me know what you guys want to see. There will be more trolling videos out soon, and I will talk to you guys later.